Hello, everyone. My name is Jussara de Magalhães, and thank you for joining me today. This presentation shares my action research proposal titled Bridging the Digital Divide, Supporting ESL Learners Navigating Canvas Challenges at Houston City College. The purpose of this study is to address how we, educators and instructional designers, can improve Canvas accessibility and engagement for English as a second language learners. Action research is the ideal framework for this project because it connects practice and reflection in a continuous cycle of improvement. As Fisher and Bloomfield explains, it allows practitioners to identify real world problems, act on them, observe the outcomes, and refine their approach based on evidence. In this case, the goal is to create meaningful, sustainable changes in how ESL learners experience digital learning. This project not just about technology, it's about equity and empowerment. English language learners face a number of barriers when navigating Canvas. Research highlights several recurring challenges. First, many students have low digital literacy. They rely primarily on smartphones and often have little training with learning management systems. This leads to frustration and incomplete assignments. Second, the linguistic complexity of Canvas instructions and announcements can create confusion. Text heavy pages and academic language make it easy to misinterpret directions. Third, technological access inequality, such as limited Wi Fi and lack of computer access, reduces participation and consistency. Finally, low confidence and social isolation are common in international students. They often hesitate to post or engage due to fear of language errors and misunderstanding the task. This brings us to the central research question. How can targeted support strategies improve ESL students' abilities to navigate and engage with Canvas at Houston City College? Based on the literature and student feedback, I will explore interventions such as simplified step by step user guides, clearer, more visual instructions, peer mentoring or support groups to encourage collaboration. Groover and Bowers emphasize that action research allows educators to adapt interventions based on observations and reflections, refining strategies as needs to evolve. The literature consistently highlights that digital inclusion requires both technical and linguistic support. Davis and Tesh and Ed L. Dean and Mahmoud note that technology access must be paired with language scaffolding to be effective. Nguyen and Vo and Santiana et al. Emphasize that digital learning environments need to consider communication clarity, while Benbaba and Linden remind us that motivation and confidence play a critical role. These studies collectively reinforce that equitable digital learning must address skills, language, and belonging simultaneously. To answer the research question, I will use action research design with triangulated data sources, surveys, Canvas analytics, and student reflections. Triangulation strengthens validity by capturing multiple perspectives on the same phenomenon. The survey will identify usability issues and student perceptions. Canvas analytics will measure engagement patterns, while reflection will reveal how students interpret the experience, the learning process. Together, these tools will provide both quantitative and qualitative insights, aligning with mixed methods principles of holistic understanding. The action plan will unfold in 4 phases across 16-week semester. Week 1 to 4, I will identify usability challenges through surveys and interviews. Week 5 to 8, design an improved Canvas template and short multilingual tutorials. Week 9 to 12, pilot these changes in selected ESL courses. Week 13 to 16, evaluate results, reflect with participants, and make revisions. This structured timeline ensures an evidence based cycle of planning, action, observation, and reflection. Ultimately, this project aims to enhance student success, faculty development, and institutional equity. When providing targeted support for ESL learners, we help them not only navigate Canvas, but also gain confidence in digital learning overall. In conclusion, bridging the digital divide for ESL students is both a pedagogical and ethical responsibility. Through action research, we can transform challenges into opportunities for collaboration and continuous improvement. Thank you for your time and interest in this proposal. I look forward to discussing how we can make Canvas a more accessible and empowering learning space for all students.